What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to look at the final two Digitama, which are going to be a part of the Union Impact expansion of the Digimon trading card game. For what it's worth, remember that our booster 1.0 and 1.5 will combine to make Japanese sets 1 to 3, New Evolution, Ultimate Power, and Union Impact. So actually, these are also the final two Digitama that will feature in our first two sets in January and February. Although, you know, when I say January and February, there is a pre-sale for the first set in November if you can't wait till January. And I can't. We got a green Digimon and a black Digimon, and let's start off with the green one. He's adorable. It's Minamon. Minamon? Probably Minamon. I don't know. What I do know is we got a green level 2 Digimon, and the translation has been posted on the Facebook group by Raymond Wongwamun. Apologies for the pronunciation of that as well. And I believe that comes from DigimonMeta.com. And what we've got is an inheritable skill that says, if this is attacking an opponent's Digimon, this Digimon gains 1000 power until the end of the turn. It's another one of those that just gives you an extra 1000 power. We've seen plenty of Digimon that just give you an extra 1000 power. This one is a weird one, because you can guarantee the extra 1000 power. So, I mean, we're talking green Digimon here, right? So let's take a look back in Ultimate Power. Actually, let's not, because there was only one and it didn't give you extra power. We'll mention it in a moment. Let's go back to New Evolution, where we had Tanamon. If you Digivolve the Digimon once or more this turn, this Digimon gets an extra 1000 power. The difference, of course, being that you can always have it. You can have it against security cards, and that's the big difference here. If you're only getting the 1000 power boost against a resting Digimon, you're not getting it against security cards. Now, the way it's worded, and over on DigimonCard.dev they do agree, essentially, if you're attacking an opponent's Digimon, you get an extra 1000 power until end of turn. So you're just not having it against security Digimon. It's sad, but you're not. But there's nothing else that needs to be done. I mean, I love Tanamon. Tanamon's giving you that extra power boost. That extra power boost is good. But if you cannot Digivolve, either you don't have enough memory or you don't have the relevant Digimon in hand or whatever, you're not getting that extra 1000 power boost. And that's a slight problem, if I'm honest with you. There are going to be games where this just doesn't work. Or at least turns. Whereas here, you're against resting Digimon, but you might not want to take out a resting Digimon. You might want to attack the security. Your opponent might not have a resting Digimon. They both have pros and cons is basically where I'm going with this. There are reasons to play this, there are reasons not to play this. The extra 1000 power is good. I worry that it's only when attacking a resting Digimon. Now, there are a couple of other green Digitama we can mention. In New Evolution, we also got Fremon, which would actually give you a 2000 power boost, but only if your opponent had 2 or more resting Digimon. And this is the one that I think I like a little bit more. I like the chance of getting that extra 2000. Bearing in mind that green decks are going to be playing Flower Cannon, a 2-cost option card that will rest one of your opponent's Digimon, and then will allow you to attack it. And bearing in mind, as we're talking here about Minamon here, or Minamon, if your opponent doesn't have a resting Digimon to attack, you just cannot get that extra boost. But you can play something like Flower Cannon, and a lot of your opponent's Digimon are going to be resting, having attacked last turn anyway, or they might be resting because they've blocked you on this turn, or there's a million other green cards that can come along and rest your opponent's Digimon, and you get an extra 2000 power, and honestly, that's enough to make me a little bit excited. The only other one we've seen is the one from Ultimate Power, which doesn't give you any extra power, ironically. It is the level 2 Argamon, where if this Digimon becomes active during your active phase, which means if it was resting to come into your turn, either because you blocked on your opponent's turn, or they rested you, or you attacked on your previous turn, etc., then you actually gain a memory. This is my choice, incidentally. As far as I'm concerned, this is the best of the green tamers, and I don't think this new Minamon here is actually going to beat it out. I know it's not always going to work, But the extra memory is huge. A lot of the time, an extra memory letting you potentially play an extra card or stopping your opponent playing an extra card because they don't have enough memory on their turn is going to end up being more impactful than that extra 1,000 power. Even though I should mention green Digimon are generally a little bit weaker. Either way, I know it's not always going to work, but I still prefer Argamon personally. I wouldn't be too upset if you disagreed. The last Digitama we need to talk about is Kakinmon. Is that the English name? Might be the English name. I'm going to double check that. Apparently it's Kakinmon. And what we've got is a black Digitama here with an inheritable skill that says when you attack, once during your turn, if this Digimon is a level 7, you gain 1 memory. Now, I've literally just finished telling you about how much I enjoy gaining memory when I have my Digitama. I want to use my Digitama to gain memory. Gaining memory is absolutely huge. I want to use my tamers to gain memory. I want extra memory. There is a reason that Hammerspark sees so much play in blue decks. Because it's a zero-cost option card that gives you a memory. Or it comes out as a security and gives you 2 memory. Point is, really good card, great in blue decks. I love getting extra memory. The thing is, this only works if you're a level 7, and that's a little bit awkward. Now, the level 7 we're going for here is, of course, Ragnar Lordmon. It is a new level 7 that's coming around in Union Impact. Though, of course, it is worth bearing in mind that Millenniummon, the level 7 from Ultimate Power, also does evolve from Black Digimon. So you've actually got 2 of the 3 here. 2 of the 3 level 7s that we've seen will actually evolve from your black decks, which means that you can potentially have a nice little choice here. So the question essentially becomes, how confident are you that you're actually going to get that level 7 out? Because if you do, you attack and you gain an extra memory. And let's face it, Ragnar Lordmon's got 14,000 power. Millenniummon's got 13,000 power. When they're out, they are probably going to be rolling quite nicely. And I honestly like this. We've talked a lot about Ragnar Lordmon in these videos the past couple of weeks. As you would expect, it is the new level 7 that is coming around in this set. But honestly, ladies and gentlemen, it's just one of those that we keep getting cards that boost it. And I think this is the best Digitama. Now, Ragnar Lordmon is black-red evolution, so you could use a new Poromon that destroys one of your opponent's Digimon with 1,000 power or less when you attack. But the fact of the matter is that that's not always going to be terribly relevant. It's going to be a very metagame thing. It depends on the matchup. Here, you get into your level 7, you gain that extra memory, and that's kind of beautiful. And honestly, if I'm playing Ragnar Lordmon, I think this is the one I want to go for. Now, we can compare this to other Black Digitama. It won't take very long. Black Digimon only came around in Ultimate Power. And we did have 2. We had Kapuramon, whereby if the Digimon has Reboot, you gain an extra 1,000 power. And a bunch of Black Digimon do have Reboot. And don't forget that we do have the Toy Agamon. That is a level 3 that you can then evolve something else from. And that will give whatever you've evolved from it Reboot, essentially meaning that you can use Kapuramon here, evolve into Toy Agamon, and then whatever you evolve into from there will have Reboot and will get the extra 1,000 power. So a nice little combo we can use. And Sumamon, if you have a Digimon with the same name as this Digimon gains 2,000 power. So great in terms of having 2,000 power. You know, that's top level for a Digitama. But you got to have 2 Digimon with the same name that have evolved up. And if you can get it working, it's wonderful, but you can't always get it working. And the fact of the matter is, Kakinmon here, you're not just going to randomly use it. This is not the best Black Digitama. Because if you're not playing a level 7 deck, this is garbage. But if you are playing a level 7 deck, either Millenniummon or Ragnar Lordmon, this could be really, really good indeed. And honestly, I think extra memory can be such a swing point in the game that I do intend using this if I'm playing a Ragnarlordmon or Millenniummon deck. I really do think it's awesome. Outside of that, I don't think you're going to want to play this card. You ain't just going to randomly chuck this in a black deck, but you know what, ladies and gentlemen? That's fine by me. And that is all of the Digitama from Union Impact. But the good news is that we're at least getting those 3 new starter decks next month in November, so there's at least 3 more Digitama we can talk about before too long. So I wouldn't worry your pretty little heads about it. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know what you think about these cards, so let me know in the comment section. Go nuts, be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWassy. That's where we talk Digimon and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wassy Plays.